Elizabeth Street, Little Italy. Hangs with his pals, yeah, that's where he'll be. It's Vinny, a friend of mine. Stand-up guy from the Lower East Side. Take it from me, he's one of a kind. It's Vinny Valentine.
Who's better than you? Welcome to Tell It Like It Is, Vinny and Mariana show. Hello, Mariana.
Hello, Vincenzo.
Hello, baby.
How are
my
you
baby.
doing?
Love this girl to death.
Love you too.
See that? There you go. Normally I always start off with a topic. Last week I was talking about the, what was that?
Burkas.
Burqa.
Yeah.
Yeah. How do you want to talk about that? So I got upset when I was talking about it. But you know what? I'd like to send my condolences to that police officer, that housing police officer that was killed on the Upper East Side on the Ace River Drive. And I don't know, the laws have to change in this country. They're just a little bit too easy. They put a lot of criminals in jail, and now dig this. They go to jail, they get 3 square meals a day. Some of them have TVs in their room, radios in their rooms. They get visiting, they go to commissary once a week. They get more in jail than they do on the outside. So jail is supposed to be a place where you should suffer because of what you did. And they go there and they meet up with all their brothers in there, and brothers and sisters and whatever. And why are they go? Jail should be a place where you want to give them 3 meals a day, that's fine. Forget the TV in their room, the radios. Commissary, instead of once a week, make it every 2 weeks. And cut their commissary in half. If they're allowed to spend $50 every 2 weeks, make it $20. And then visiting, phone calls, forget it. Now they can call their gumads, their gumbas. They call their sisters, their brothers on the phone. When I was in jail, I'd done 90 days for stupid things, you know what I mean? There was no such thing as telephones and radios and TVs. They should cut all this stuff out, You know what? No more phone calls. No more phone calls. Let them worry about what their wives, what their girlfriends are doing, and then they'll think the next time when they're out on the street. I don't want to get in trouble again, because the last time I couldn't communicate with her for a month or so. Punish them for what they did, not give them a gift for what they did. TVs, radios, commissary, this, that. They get, please. You know what? The Lord's got to. If I was in charge of that, I would have to walk around in an armored suit. They would kill me right away.
Probably.
But you know what? There's got to be a country where I could go to that laws are, like you get like Singapore, for an example. In Singapore, that guy that was, he did graffiti. I think it was Singapore. And he did graffiti on the walls. And this was several years ago. And they said 25 lashes he was going to get. And the American government tried everything to get him out. They said, okay, you know what we'll do? He's going to get 10 lashes instead of 25. That guy ain't doing no more graffiti. He's got a sore ass, man. He ain't doing that no more, And you got to punish these people. I don't know. I don't want to get upset. After the show, I'm going for dinner. I don't want to give myself agita. But anyway, hello, Mariana.
Hi, Vinny.
Oh, I'm sorry.
You always have so much on your mind. You can go on and on.
I know. You know that.
I know.
You know that.
I know.
And but we haven't seen each other in. Oh wait, last week we did. Yeah.
We did.
That's right. Yeah. Okay. Anyway, tonight again we're gonna have. We had them here last week, and they're back again.
Yeah, such an honor to have both of them on the show.
And they
it really
so
is.
Good. And
they are
besides
incredible.
Listening to them, I love their voice. I love the way they perform, and they're just so good. And when are we going for dinner again? I gotta watch out.
You got a little sidetrack right there.
I gotta watch out what I say. My husband punishes her all the time. He doesn't allow her to go out with me anymore.
Not true.
No?
Not true.
No. But the mother watches me like a hawk when she comes
All
here.
the way from Fort Lauderdale.
Yeah. Okay, but anyway.
Yes.
I'd like to once again introduce Deborah Rennard.
Rennard.
Rennard. Why do I keep saying Bernard?
I don't know.
Rennard.
Rennard with a D.
With the D. Rennard. And Al Sapienza, my
Yes.
friends. I love the two of them. God bless them. Give a nice hand,
Incredible.
please. All right. All right. All right.
Thank you. Now we got a little Broadway Phantom of the Opera. It's a very long introduction, so I'll tell you my horoscope for tonight.
No more talk of darkness, forget these wide-eyed fears. I'm here, nothing can harm you. My words will warm and calm you. Let me be your freedom, let daylight dry your tears. I'm here, with you, beside you, to guard you and to guide you.
Say you love me every waking moment. Turn my head with talk of summertime. Say you need me with you now and always. Promise me that all you say is true. That's all I ask of you.
Let me be your shelter, let me be your light. You're safe, no one will find you. Your fears are far behind you.
All I want is freedom.
then say you'll share with me one love, one lifetime. Let me lead you from your solitude. Say you need me with you here beside you. Anywhere you go, let me go too. Christy, that's all I ask of you.
Say you'll share with me one love, one lifetime. Say the word and I will follow you. Share each day with me, each night, each morning. Say you love me.
No, I do.
Love me, that's all I ask of you.
Anywhere you go, let me go too.
Love me, that's all I ask of you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right.
Breathtaking.
Thank you.
Breathtaking. I
Thank you,
gotta
Allison.
say,
Thank
I
you.
have to say before you start speaking, Vinny, that this was one of my ultimate favorite performances on the show since I have been
Well,
co-hosting
thank you
the
very
show.
much.
Oh my God.
Honestly,
Oh,
it
man.
was unreal.
Does that include that nude Samoan wrestler? Hello, Vincenzo.
Hello, my boy. Hello, baby. Nice to see you.
Mariana.
So lovely to see you again.
You know, I forgot to mention something earlier. You know, we lost the Mets to Kansas City. You know, that guy was, that pitcher was okay up until the ninth inning, and then I don't know what he did. He must have taken a pill.
You know, it's funny when he insisted that he'd stay in the game, which is a pretty macho thing to do, and then he goes out, walks the first guy.
Well, the manager wanted him out.
Yeah, I
And
know,
then
I know.
it was in the papers that he said, no, I want to stay. I don't want to go out. I can do it. I can do it. And he screwed up the whole thing.
Yep. You know, I thought of something. What were you talking about at the beginning of the show? I wanted to tell you something. What was the topic at the beginning of the show? You were talking about
About jail and how the system should change.
Oh,
yes,
jail.
jail.
Yeah.
Yes.
Jail.
Oh, jails and all that.
Jails,
And then that song that you sang before with the Beatles. What was the name of that song again?
If I fell.
If I Fell by Lennon and McCartney in 1964.
That's why I was just coming out of jail when I heard that song.
Really?
Rikers Island, yeah. You know, for robbing a patrol car. Which stupid things they used to do. You know? But I'm
You
sorry.
robbed a police car?
Well, yeah,
You robbed a police. It's one to rob a car.
Oh my God, reminder,
Was
you
the
remember
cop
that. It has
in
to
it?
be.
Was the cop in it at the time?
No. All I wanted to do was just run the siren and the lights, run around the neighborhood a little bit.
How old were you?
So funny.
You had to
sorry.
be, you had to
How
be a
old
kid.
were you?
How old
I
were
was,
you?
31. He was 31. He told me.
A couple of weeks ago. No, more.
Were you like
Actually, it was
16 or
back in
something?
let me see, how old was I? I was about 17 years old.
There you go.
17 years old.
Yeah.
And all I wanted to do was just like run around the neighborhood with the lights on, all that. And I went around the corner, I was on Bleecker Street, and I got caught right in front of Zito's Bakery. It was traffic, and the cops came to lock me up. And
really funny.
so they gave me 90 days in Rikers Island.
Rikers.
Yeah. It was funny, I did a documentary called Hey Vinny, and I was on a boat. And the guy that was on the boat with me, he said, "Where are we going?" I said, "I want to show you where I went to college." He said, "Where'd you go to college?" I said, "R.I. State." He said, "We're going to Rhode Island." I said, "Where Rhode Island? We're going to Rikers Island." We were in the East River.
Now I remember. You talked about law and order and the things should be, and I just wanted to say I agree. Because I have a nephew, you know, my brother's son, they sent him to military school. And he was 7 years old. And You know,
I didn't know that.
Yeah, to get him straight and narrow. And he robbed some jam during lunch.
He rubbed the what?
Robbed some
Jam.
jam,
Jam.
jelly and
Yeah.
jam.
Oh,
and they
man.
wanted to do things right. So they court-martialed him, found him guilty, and they shot him. No, I'm kidding. They shot him.
Oh my God.
He actually robbed some
that's
jam.
a Law and
I'm
Order.
kidding. It's
You
not a
made the whole
joke.
thing up. Did you make the whole thing up?
Yes.
Oh,
Yeah, I'm just kidding. Yeah. Finn,
But
you always been a liberal?
I'm sorry, no, I was in Rikers Island 3 times. One for running numbers, they gave me 90 days for robbing a patrol car, and then another one for violation, not working. So
I
you're
was
back
in the
on
tombs.
violation.
I was in the tombs. I wasn't formally charged, but I was
Oh,
in
the
jail.
that's my old hangout.
I was in jail for about 7 hours. As an actor, I loved every minute of it. I was already on The Sopranos, so they put me in this celebrity cell by the front.
You're
I swear
kidding
to God.
me.
I swear to God. I go in the
And what were you in there for?
I
What
punched
did you
a
do?
cell phone guy because he owed me $650 for a year. He never refunded my credit card. And I called him politely the first of every month when I do my bills and my bookkeeping and said, I need this money back. I said, oh, we win, the accountant's not here. It was a guy from India. This was right before 9/11. If it was after 9/11, they wouldn't even put me in jail. And so this guy, I finally said to him, and I really did. I said, listen to me. If you don't give me this money, this was December, January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October. Okay, 11 months later. I said, if you don't give me this money, I'm going to go down to your store, I'm going to punch you in the face, and I'm going to forget the money. And I'm not going to feel like a fool. Give me my money. I totally deserve the money. So I went down, I punched him in the face. The cops took me away. No.
for 7 hours.
But you know what? As an actor, I enjoyed
Oh,
the
I'm
whole
sure you
thing.
did.
Studying everybody?
And I wasn't, you know,
Observing every little
yeah,
thing.
they dropped everything when I explained the whole story. They were
Was
like,
that the last time you were in jail?
no, I was once in jail in Los Angeles also. But again, I didn't formally get charged. I had a little altercation on Riverside Drive in the Valley. That was around 1990. And yeah, I had a couple of run.
I did a couple hours in jail for my lottery ticket. Do you remember my lottery ticket that I won? $5 million lottery ticket?
And they wouldn't give you the money.
Three, yeah, that's right.
I would have beaten the crap out of them
Well,
too.
I won $5 million. I was a millionaire all weekend, and then when I finally went to go cash the ticket in, they told me it was a misprinted ticket. I said misprinted ticket. I should have been compensated, so I fought it in court. I went to court 4 different times with 4 different lawyers. A Jew. And the last one was a greaseball. He was worse than all of them. You know. He was worse than all of them. So then I told the judge, I said, you know, I want to represent myself. He said, you need an attorney to stand by you. So I waited 5 hours, and finally an attorney came down. And when he looked at me, he said something. I looked around. I said, "Am I on candid camera? Is this guy for real?" He looked at me, and I said, "Is this a continuation of my cousin Vinny?" And he looked at me and went, "You." And I looked at him. I
serious?
said, "Are you serious?" I said, "Are you all right?" He went, "Yeah." I said, "Oh, shut the frick up," you know. So then I told the judge. The judge says, "Let your attorney speak for you." I said, "Your Honor, the guy can't talk. He's stuttering. I'm going to be here all summer." So we looked at the ticket. He only gave me the $20 for the cost of the ticket. And then I said, $20. He says, "You got a problem with that?" I told him, "Yeah." I told him what he could do with that ticket. So
And you were in jail again?
So, yeah.
Contempt of court?
So yeah. So
Isn't it the state that pays you when you win the lottery? I don't get
they
it.
also printed and I saw the ticket and the newspaper article. They said that the people that printed up the ticket had a problem with the ink. They had a problem with the ink. I didn't. I bought that ticket in good faith.
You
I
have
should
the
have
right
been.
lawyer.
But you have the right
please.
number.
You should have got $100,000
At
Park
least.
Avenue fat
Wait,
house
you want to
lawyer.
hear the worst part?
Yeah.
The worst part is, all weekend, I was a millionaire all weekend. I had people calling me up.
Oh,
Hey,
yeah,
Vinny, this is
And they're all hitting on you,
Pasquale.
right?
Not the same Pasquale.
Your cousin.
First
This is your
of
cousin. I love him,
I'm
man.
your cousin. You don't remember me? I live in Jersey. But anyway,
I think I called you that weekend.
and you called me too. And the funny part is that after I wasn't even thinking of anything until my wife was spending all kinds of money. She went to Cartier. She bought an 18-karat gold Cartier watch.
Oh my God.
And you're
Tiffany's.
still paying for that,
Yeah,
aren't
but
you?
I didn't know. This is over the weekend. She bought a diamond necklace with her initial M on it. Thank God she didn't spell out a whole freaking M. I would have been broke. Margaret Ann. So she just got the M. And then Saks Fifth Avenue, pocketbook, this, that. And then I said, I said, wait a second. She spent a lot of money. So I says, what are you doing? She goes, you cheap bastard, just won $5 million. I can't spend a few dollars. Wait until I get the money in my hand. So the wind-up was what I said, wait a second. You know what, that was just about almost 3 years ago. And she spent $19,800.
This was just 3 years ago?
Yeah.
You were already a famous actor, and this happened.
Yeah.
I didn't know this. I was like, I don't know.
I still got the art. I hit front page of the Post, page 6. I was on Neil Cavuto's show. I was on every television station. And
That's pretty funny.
then all of a sudden, now that happened almost 3 years ago. And you want to know something? I'm still paying that money off because each month on top of all my own bills, I throw in another $250, $350. I'm only paying the interest. So out of almost
For all the things your wife bought when
$20,000.
she thought you won $5 million?
Say what?
For all the things your wife bought when she thought you won $5 million that week?
That's what you're paying off every month?
So right now, I brought the bill down a little bit. Now I owe like $16,200.
I have to tell you something. You know, Leave It to Beaver and Father Knows Best. That's how this kid was brought up, this young lady was brought up. She's from Pacific Palisades, California. I saw where she grew up. She we're like alien stuff. You and me. No, really, people
That's how she was
literally,
raised.
we're like aliens.
You know his nickname for me is Doris.
Doris
He's
Day.
a Doris, like
She
Doris
reminds me
Day.
of
That's
Doris
what he
Day.
goes because he can't
She
believe.
doesn't know about the things we do, the number, you know, how we grew up. She doesn't know about
That
any
was
of
crazy. And then you talk about the celebrity sales. Then when they locked me up, because I told the judge what he could do with the ticket, the cops are saying, hey, they take a picture of me with their cell phone.
Oh,
Hey, could you
right.
hold on to the bars? And I walk past his cell with all these guys in it, and they say, hey, man, they can't keep your ass in here, man. Man, you a star.
Yeah, right.
I go, oh, man.
Yeah.
You know what else I
Like
said?
good.
Tell them about your play that's opening in the.
I
Over here talking about jail.
I know. I was trying to interrupt you to
I'm
get into
sorry.
something more interesting.
my very first play is going to be produced at New Jersey Repertory Theater.
Wonderful.
Next year, March 10th to April 10th. I hope you'll all come.
If you keep in touch with us, we
Yeah,
will.
I will, and I'm very excited. It's a new thing for me, writing, and
That's
I
fabulous.
only started about 7 years ago. My first play was optioned off Broadway. It wasn't produced, but it was optioned, and this now is my second play, and it's being produced. So I'm very
And you know,
excited.
she's the dramaturge. Is that the word for Paul Haggis? Like, you read and
No,
producing
not really.
things with him?
I'm a producer with him.
You know, Paul Haggis, he won the Academy Award for writing and directing Crash.
Yeah, he
won
also
the Academy Award
wrote
for writing Casino Royale.
He wrote $1 Million
He
Baby.
won $1 Million Baby. And Deborah reads a lot of his material and.
He's my ex-husband, so we still work together,
Still
and
works together.
I work in development with him.
He's your
reading all the-
ex-husband? You were married to Paul? That's the guy. No, I'm only kidding.
I was like, really? I thought you were friends. Hold on.
I'm only kidding.
Oh my God, Al.
But Deborah, when
He's
did
a great guy, by the
when
way.
did this transition happen for you? Because you stopped acting in around '91, and
Yes, and then because I had met Paul,
Yes.
and I was kind of always curious what everybody else was doing on the set while I was sitting in my trailer waiting for them to call me, and so I found out, because I married a executive producer, writer, film director, and he put me to work, and I started, producing with him, producing all his shows, and developing projects with him. And then it was like 7 years ago, I decided I want to write. I just felt like I really finally had something to say. And so I started
Would you write a
writing
role
plays.
for me?
Well, maybe.
Maybe.
Actually, Al has to do like a one-man show. He's hilarious. Have you heard his stories? Oh my God. From a small child,
tell
and he has the most outrageous stories I've ever heard in my
Had a
life.
crazy life.
Yeah, crazy life. And I'm
I'm
always telling
sure.
Paul,
You
you
had a
should
crazy
make a
life.
movie on this guy.
I heard your stories
my
on your
God.
one-man show. You
Oh
had
my
a
God.
totally crazy.
Yeah, but really, I honestly think I'm
one
always
day.
telling him he needs to do a one-man show because
Now I have a
he's,
daughter. I can't even tell anybody.
How old is she now?
Now he's worried.
Now,
Your daughter was about 2 years old?
Yes, she just turned 2.
she just turned 2 October 3rd.
Yeah,
So adorable.
Pretty good,
She's a
huh?
little doll. She's a little angel.
Oh, she's beautiful.
Hello, Alexa Ann. I love you.
And
She's
Deborah,
a doll.
how old's your son?
He's 17.
He's 17.
He's a senior this
He's a good
year.
boy. He's a
Yeah,
good
yeah.
boy.
Oh, he's such a good boy. Oh,
He's
I'm
gearing up
so
for
lucky.
college?
Yeah. So we're, it's a little stressful. We're going through the, the college essays and the
Better get the finger.
SATs
Look,
and the
better get the finger. Look.
applications and
Peace, man.
Before I
I'm
got
not a
these
crook.
glasses, I used to think he was giving me the middle finger. Now I got the glasses.
Now you can actually see how many
You knew he
fingers
liked the show.
He's like, let's just finish this. Come on, all right.
Oh man. Oh,
It's always a pleasure, Vin. It's always,
Yeah. Oh my
always
gosh,
a pleasure.
please.
This was so much
thank you so
fun.
It is. It is. I always love having you guys.
Oh, thank you.
It's so nice to see you again.
Thank you so much. Yeah,
and
this
we're
was
going to
great.
run into each other in that bookstore on where is it?
absolutely.
Princeton, or William? Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
And you and I are going to run into each other at Rikers.
Yeah. Well, I don't feel. I only told you about Rikers. I never told you about before the reform school, boarding school.
I saw your one-man show. I know all about that stuff. Very funny.
But you want to know something? I miss all those days. I would do it all over again.
I miss my child.
Absolutely.
I
We're doing
didn't
anything
go
different,
like
right?
90 days,
Yeah.
90 days, 90 days.
They made the man.
It
They
makes
made
you
you
more
who you
colorful.
are.
And then you got
That's
stories.
right, it
You got
did.
stories
Exactly.
to tell, right?
Because when I was a kid, parents used to say, if I see you with that Vinny fella, you'd be grounded. The girls, I'll pull every hair out of your head. Your father used to tell me, Vinny, if I see you near my door, I'll break your legs. And today, their kids, who's in jail, who's a hooker, who's a junkie. I told them they should hang out with me.
Well, really quickly, Deborah, we want to wish you the best of luck with the Run of Your show. What's the name of the show?
It's called For Worse.
For Worse.
For what?
For
Worse.
Worse.
For words.
Or worse. And what
worse.
theater is that again?
At
The New Jersey Repertory Theater.
New Jersey
March
Repertory
10th
Theater.
to April
World
10th.
premiere. And happy birthday
Oh, I got-
tomorrow.
Thank you. Oh, that's right.
Yes, happy birthday.
Thank you.
And Al, we wish you the best of luck with your new
Thank
show
you.
on
Yes.
NBC.
Game of Silence, NBC.
Silence.
January.
I got 4
Game
words
of
for you,
Silence.
too. I love you, too.
Yes.
There you
Thank you
go.
so much again. Thank you,
so
everyone. Have a lovely
much.
night. Thank you.
Thank you.
Elizabeth Street, Little Italy. Hangs with his pals, yeah, that's where he'll be. It's Vinny, a friend of mine. Stand-up guy from the Lower East Side. Take it from me, he's one of a kind. It's Vinny Valentine.